And we all live.
Cause I be getting money, don't I? I spend it how I wanna, don't I? When I come through, don't I show love, don't I cop the smoke, cop the bug, the world's warm, so get your ass in the tub, let's get it. You pop the jar, and I'm dominoes. And if you come through on that bullshit, then it's dominoes. Get it? You illin', and I'm chillin'. You little niggas be holding your feelings. And I'm steadily trying to get this money on stacks from the motherfucking floor to the ceiling. Cause I be getting money, don't I? I spend it how I wanna, don't I? When I come through, don't I show love, don't I cop the smoke, cop the drink. The world's warm, and let's get to the pink. You can twirl it with ease. You can twirl it with those. You can play with those low broke niggas. We niggas right here from coast to coast. Shorty good when you giving a toast. Just remember me though. Got you though. And I came through with that there amazing ego.
Now that you know that the HCM Brando knows, I'm gonna go ahead and start my show. You feel me?
Sun rooftop, digging in the scene with the gangster lean and and we ain't coming down, see on my face that smile, see on my head that crown, I'm on top of the world, top of the town, baby.
I moved up the hood to have the church on the corner where I sit and talk shit all day cause I wanna. And on top of that, wasn't none of y'all gonna do nothing but keep running your mouth and keep frontin'. Go ahead and say something. I'll wait. I ain't gonna wait too late, cause in a minute I'm escape. Cause there is no debate. No, it's not an option. You gotta keep cock watch.
Sun rooftop, digging in the scene with the gangster lean and we ain't coming down, see on my face that smile, see on my
Yeah, that's crazy. Yo, Cam, tell them where we from, baby.
I'm from 140th and Lenox. I'm from NFL. Up the block is 40 Wolves. Lou Simpsons, I'm on 142nd Cross Square. D. Ferg on number 8th Avenue. I don't see you around none of this. Not from none of that.
From none of that. Right about now, I'm gonna push the
If you didn't
issue
have
on.
strong dudes around him, you'd have had cats like the Lynch Mob. You'd have had cats like Preacher. You would have had cats like the 40 Wolves. You would have cats like Niggas for Life. Dudes who was really in the streets like that.
It's Harlem, but I ain't gonna lie, Sugar Hill is really 40th to 55th.
Yes, we're gonna do a walkthrough and show you like who's from what block.
Oh,
It's
140th. 40th to 55th.
Yes, we're gonna do a walkthrough and show you like who's from
Show starts soon.
All I want to do is clean up DC. That's why the president put me here. And youth crime is on the rise. In the last 4 years, we've had 150,000 cases of youth violence. Okay, 4 years ago. Now it's close to 500,000 cases of youth violence. We've got DC as one of the highest murder rates in the country. So we can talk about crime going down, but going down from where? So, I mean, this is something that is a whole other issue. Today is about this indictment and making sure that if you intend to commit a crime of anti-Semitism or hate, we're coming for you.
Want to really see something that said, take a look what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our citizens. We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America.
I started Tai Chi at 50. Now I'm 68, and doctors ask me for advice.
3 reasons to start Tai Chi workout this summer. In 1 week, you'll see your energy. In 2 weeks, you'll feel your breath. In 3 weeks, you'll have energy, and your wife won't believe your results. Here is the personalized plan of short Tai Chi workouts tailored for beginners over 50. It takes just 7 minutes per day. Beginner friendly and requires no equipment. You can work out anytime, anywhere. Just open the app and follow along.
America great again.
What's going on, family? I hope everybody that's tuned in right now that you're blessed, well, and healthy, that you're having a great week. It's almost Friday. It's almost Friday, family. And Judge Janine is slamming the hammer. Yeah, they done pulled that big gavel out. It's time to get to business. It's time to get to work. New sheriff is in town. Daddy's back in the big house. He done pulled out his belt. It's going down. So let's go and jump in. Oh, boy. Yeah, Trump already threatened to federalize DC a couple of hours ago. You know, we've seen what happened to the former Doge employee, Big Balls. You know, it's crazy. It's going. And also the other attacks and things that have been taking place down there. Yeah. Trump say it can't run this way. It cannot run this way. And not just with the crime, just the way things look, you know. The things that are torn up on this side of the road. We got to redo this whole thing. But yeah, buddy. I told you, ain't nobody asleep anymore. Nobody's in the sand, tiddling their toes and dropping their snow cone on the floor. Nobody's in the bed. There's no machine plugged in the wall. We actually have a president. Whether you love or hate the man, we actually have a president. Oh, let's go and get into it. Let's go and slam the hammer, Janine Perot.
Do you support a federal takeover of Washington, D.C., as the president has suggested?
Yeah, that is a decision for the president. And I think that what the president was saying is that we're seeing far too much crime being committed by young people, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, that I can't get my hands on. I mean, I don't know if you've seen some of the pictures, but, you know, young people are coddled. And they don't need to be coddled anymore. They need to be held accountable. They shouldn't be going to arts and crafts in family court. They need to understand that enough is enough and that the DC Council has to repeal some of these absurd ordinances and laws that they've had passed.
And I hate to interrupt. I know y'all want to just hear the clip, let the video play, but I have to interrupt real quick. I totally agree. Let me know how y'all feel about this. But yeah, treat them like adults. Y'all want to do adult things, yeah. And I feel like this is for in every place, every state, everywhere. You know, People want to do adult things, they should be handled like adults. I don't care if you're 14, 15, y'all got to learn. Y'all got to learn. You know, there consequences come with actions. You got to learn. You got to learn. I don't care, man. You know, too many of y'all been getting slaps on the wrist and then go out and do the same thing, or then a couple years pass by, you go out and do the same thing, you kill somebody. No, people got to learn right now. Yeah. Come around and find out movement is happening. I'm here for it. So I totally agree. Come around and find out movement is here. Tired of slapping you on the wrist and holding your hand. We're not doing that no more, man. And parents, shout out to all my parents. Keep being amazing parents. Keep being amazing leaders. Right from wrong. Common sense. Keep being amazing parents. You know, because it's only getting worse for the next generation. And especially with all this crap that we got now with the social medias, the AI, these phones and all this crap, it's only getting worse, man.
That do nothing to protect the people of this city and of this district. And I will reference a case that I wrote an op-ed piece on that I've been talking about for weeks. A young person gets on a bus with an illegal gun. There is a family on the bus. He makes a decision to shoot someone in the chest. There, to me, that's intent to kill. But for the grace of God, that individual did not die. Now, he's got a gun. It's illegal. He used the gun. Guess what the sentence was? I got a conviction. The sentence was probation.
Probation.
We can't have that.
At all.
By the way, he wasn't a kid. He was 19. These are the rules of the DC Council. They've got to be changed. We've got to have the ability to let young people know that they're going to be accountable. And if people
got to be held accountable. Yeah. Got on that bus with that prison, slammer yard, turn the lights off on them. I don't care if you're 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, hell, even 13. We seeing kids having kids at 13. I'll tell you the truth.
Look at some of these pictures of these kids being beaten by crews and bloodied up. And you want to tell me that, you know, it's only a kid who did it? No, take a look at the bloodied up face and body, and you'll know that it's more than little kids doing this kind of thing.
Are you trying to get your office to take over what Brian Schwab is doing? Do you want to take over juvenile justice here in the city?
I'm not trying to do anything vis-a-vis Brian Schwab. All I want to do is clean up DC. That's why the president put me here. And youth crime is on the rise. In the last 4 years, we've had 150,000 cases of youth violence. Okay, 4 years ago. Now it's close to 500,000 cases of youth violence. We've got DC as one of the highest murder rates in the country. So we can talk about crime going down, but going down from where?
The U.S. Senate, we're delighted to be joined by my dear friend, the new U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia.
He's back on
Judge
Fox.
Janine
Oh,
Pirro.
boy.
Can I still call you Judge?
You can call me whatever you want. Okay, Laura, you're my friend.
It's so great to see you here.
It's so great
Judge.
to be here. This is the first time I'm back on Fox, and I chose your show.
It's so exciting. Tell us what we can expect from your time as U.S. Attorney.
First of all, there was another homicide. So we're now at 99 homicides so far this year. There's no question that Washington, D.C. has an incredible number of homicides. You know, and you can say that violence and crime is down, but the truth is violence is more lethal than it's ever been. And when we say it's down from what?
Right, real high.
Okay, we've got carjackings that are up 111%. The problem in D.C., and President Trump, in his effort to make D.C. safe and beautiful, said to me, I want you to enforce the law to make sure that there's accountability. And I spoke to the president yesterday at length about what was going on here. I said, if you're 14, 15, 16, or 17 years old, you get coddled, as you do in most American Democrat cities. So I can't charge these people. This young kid who worked at the White House was beaten to a pulp. He's got a broken nose. He's got a severe concussion. He's battered all over his head, okay, by a gang of punks 10 of them, I believe. 2 have been arrested, 2 15-year-olds. None of them come to my office, Laura, because they're not considered criminals. They go to family court where the effort is rehabilitation. The D.C. Council, and the president is right, they've got to stop their coddling. Number one, we've got to lower the age of responsibility to 14. I'm tired of having these kids commit crimes in their crews, not gangs in D.C. We've got an intern. You said it in your open. He's an intern from college. He gets shot going out for McDonald's at 10:30 at night. This kid is trying to help his girlfriend or his friend to a car. He gets assaulted, and but for a cop going by, they would have, had they gotten him on the ground, they would have stopped him and finished him. He was able to stay standing. This has to end. The council has this.
Y'all see the difference in this administration and the previous administration? You know, how they're putting so much this in the spotlight. It's like they actually care. We didn't get this with the previous. This is a night and day difference. I don't mean to pause again. I apologize. I know a lot of y'all, they say, Rick, please don't pause and interrupt. But it's a night and day difference, man. This is what happens when you actually have a president and someone who cares for America and says America first. You know, and they're looking at all the numbers. They're looking at this. They're looking at the crime, everything. They actually care. And they're screaming at the top of their lungs to root this mess out. I'm loving it, man. I am loving it. I don't know if y'all, let me know, y'all loving it. I'm loving it. It's a night and day difference, man.
Youth Incarceration Act, where we had a guy who shot a kid on a bus, not justified, with an illegal gun. You know what the sentence was? Probation. The judge said go to college. Okay? He took an illegal gun. He should be jailed for the illegal gun.
We need to go get that judge, too. That judge, that judge ought to be walked out. I told you, these judges, threat to society, threat to public safety. These judges these activist woke judges need to be walked out.
Ever wondered what your home
out?
Forget about the shooting. You put that on top of the gun. Then what we've got are kids who are out there who are making fun of all of this, doing carjackings, and I can't touch them because they want to protect them.
They know that, and that's why they travel in gangs.
Know that.
And the older kids send out the younger kids to do the real dirty work because they know they're fine.
They absolutely understand. And youth violence is on the rise, not just in D.C., but across the country. And if you think that these kids need to be coddled and they need to be hugged, they need to have consequences. They need to understand that enough is enough, that we're going to put them in jail or some kind of youth rehabilitation detention facility and not allow the D.C. Council, one of whom I just recently indicted, to take cover for these kids. It's time to end it. That's what the president wants. That's what we're going to do.
Look at what worked in New York City when Giuliani was mayor. He went after the small crimes, which led to reducing the big crimes. So the quality of life. So people defecating in the streets, blocks from the Capitol, which I saw the other day. That was lovely. The tents on K Street, the tents under the tunnels over here. They cleared up some of those out in front of Union Station, but it's horrific. This is the nation's capital.
Exactly.
And all over the United States, we have a similar story told. St. Louis, we've still seen blight
everywhere.
They want D.C. now to be Baltimore.
Well, here's the thing. D.C. is the nation's capital. People come here for pride and patriotism, not to get assaulted, carjacked, or shot, get caught in the crossfire like a young kid did last month.
Judge, I've been hearing from my sources at the DOJ that there is a very, very big problem with staffing. assistant attorney generals on down, saying we have great plans, we're doing great things, but we're down like 2/3 staff.
Yeah, I'm
What's
down
going on?
90 prosecutors.
Why is that happening?
60 investigators.
Why?
Because nobody cared. I'm telling you right now, nobody cared enough to make sure that office was running. I'm going to have that office running. If you want a job in the nation's capital, in the premier office, the largest U.S. attorney's office, contact me at janine.pirro@usdoj.gov.
Are you talking
USDOJ.gov.
USDOJ, okay, got it. Are you talking to the D.C. Attorney General, Brian Schwab?
Yeah, I talked to him.
Okay, so
but I talked to the mayor more. I got to give the mayor credit. Mayor Bowser is working with us.
Like, and people say, well, she just has the Damocles sword of the federal takeover hanging over her head. But I disagree.
I disagree.
She has a lot of common sense.
Yep.
I'm concerned about the attorney general, given what I heard about, well, we want prevention. Yeah, well, I get it. Yeah, you do want to get to kids early. And there's nothing wrong with having programs. That's fine. But you cannot replace real accountability with midnight basketball again. That doesn't work.
If you tell me I can't prosecute a 17-year-old for carjacking, then you don't know what you're talking about. Because the truth is, if you don't give me that power and you want to send them to some arts and craft program, then you're out of your mind. This city will not come out of the dark if we don't make sure that we make these young kids accountable. That's where the problem is. It's youth crime.
Put your foot down.
Well, the youth who are being brought into court, if they're not released and they're kept in some type of facility, what happens when they're 21?
They get released automatically. And by the way,
they don't make it to 21.
In my cases, I have all crimes across the board. I get illegal gun convictions. Some of the judges won't send them to jail.
So they're carrying guns that are not licensed.
Everybody's got a gun in this city, and they're all illegal. You would think that every judge would say, lock them up. And that's my policy. You get arrested with an illegal gun, you're locked up. That's the end.
Well,
of it.
If you're carrying a gun in federal property, that's an automatic 5 years. That's a felony.
Yeah,
you
give me a judge who gives it 5 years, and I'll buy you dinner.
Ooh,
Can I do that?
Yeah. Can you do that? Now, Judge, tell the difference between being.
We told y'all about these judges, man. These judges, that's another huge problem we got. Them judges. I tell you, man. The system is broke, man. But you see, I love how, y'all, they say what they want. Say what y'all want about Judge Janine. They be, especially them Democrats and left, they be saying, Trump nominees and Fox News and drunkies and Judge Janine is drunk. She's been drinking. Say what y'all want. But hey, she a top hitter for me, and I love how she's screaming to the top of her lungs. I love the compassion. I love the energy. This woman actually cares. This administration actually cares. A night and day difference from the previous administration, and somebody got to put their foot down, or things are just going to continue to happen. Then they get out, and commit another crime. Somebody else life has to be taken. They got to learn right now. We don't care if you're 17, 18, 19. You got to put your foot down right now.
Host on Fox and working in a government office, having worked in government offices myself, tell me the experience. Explain.
First of all, I miss Fox. I love everybody. Government is hard. Government is all about accountability, responsibility. I work 12 hours at least every day. You're never not working. You have to pay for water. The government, they waste, let me tell you, they waste millions. I'm looking at contracts. I want to indict people for contracts that the U.S. government has given out voluntarily.
The worst waste of money. And then they get you on little things.
They don't care. And then they say to my prosecutors, the AUSAs, you got to join the water club for $7 a month to drink good water. I mean,
you
it's
can't get a glass of water in your office.
No, they have to pay for it. They have to join the water club. All right, it's ridiculous. My job, I have great prosecutors.
I know we talked about that like a month and a half ago.
Office. I'm very proud.
And they
of
want
that.
to make a difference, do they?
They
not?
do.
Yeah.
I have national security prosecutors. I have civil prosecutors. We do everything from civil cases, terrorism to local crime. It's a huge office.
But Judge, you need 90 more prosecutors. Okay, this is
and
story.
60 investigators.
Okay, this is the story. I might have. No, I do the show. But yeah. I mean, it's but when people hear you talk with such passion, that gives them hope. Because I think a lot of people feel like this city was abandoned. And it's not Bowser, but it's everything that came before. And it took a long time to get into this shape.
Look, the D.C. Council has passed laws that are absurd. They've got some kind of, I think it's a Violence Interruption Act, where they put $20 million. They take murderers, convicted murderers, to go out into the community, pay them to interrupt violence. Okay, does that make sense to you? It doesn't make sense to me. What the D.C. Council has to do is change the law to protect the people of the district.
And the likelihood, 1 to 10, 10 being most likely, how likely is we're going to see a federal takeover of D.C.?
It's up to the president. I support him totally. If that's what we need to do to get it done, that's what he should do. And I support the president. He's the only one coming here saying, I want to make it safe and beautiful. I haven't heard anyone say that besides him. No, and he's got the wherewithal, the determination, the perseverance, and the power to do it.
This is
a lot of things President Trump came and said nobody else has been saying. And that's one reason why a lot of people hate him. Because he started calling out the truth. Start calling out the corruption. He started calling out a lot of things that just seems like common sense. And Trump was one of the first ones to do it. But God bless Judge Janine. This administration, we're rooting for it. You know, we're rooting. I love the passion. I love the energy. Again, night and day difference from the previous administration, man. You know, what do y'all think? Let me know in the comment section down below. God bless you all and your family. Y'all have an amazing rest of your day. We're getting close to Friday. We're getting close to the weekend, and this thing just getting spicy. Yay!
I'm not planning my retirement around all of that. I'm a hopeful realist, right? So I could see XRP going higher than it is right now, sure, right? Especially if the utility keeps on growing, more banks are using it, more clarity, you know, that we saw with the SEC case resolution, giving investor confidence, and general crypto market cycles doing their thing. You know, ETFs are another play. So if we can get another kind of roaring bull market on the back of some of these great fundamentally things that are happening in the US, well, could XRP hit a new all-time high, maybe $5, $10, dare I say 15? It's not guaranteed, but I think that is more in the realm of possibility, you know, with the kind of historical crypto craziness for sure. But $50 plus, you know, starts to demand a whole different kind of scale, at least of adoption and infrastructure. It's not just retail FOMO at that point. And that's where we would have to see a lot of the ETFs coming into play. And like I mentioned earlier, right, it takes a relatively small amount of liquidity in the grand scheme of things. $10 billion, $20 billion worth of capital inflows actually could push the price to significant heights. It would require big institutional moves, of course, perhaps nations or even big payment networks trying to get on board with XRP. It's not impossible, of course, just hard to imagine, you know, with the current frameworks, but we're getting closer to things changing. What I will say is, though, is that doing all of these deep dives, or shall I say moonshot daydreams, was actually incredibly fun and educational for me, right? It grounded me a bit because I actually have some milestones to be thinking about. Like if we ever saw XRP blowing past $10 or $20, I'll remember, hey, we're getting within striking distance of overtaking some of the huge companies. It's kind of a nice way to kind of calibrate the scales of things, right? And if I ever kind of catch myself or a friend getting a little bit too hyped, I can be like, all right, buddy, but remember, XRP needs $71 to beat NVIDIA and $380 to beat gold. Maybe cool your jets just a little bit, but it helps keep us all honest, right? Also, I kind of sparked a great conversation with fellow crypto enthusiasts, right? When I shared some of these findings in our free educational Discord server, the reactions were gold. Pun very much intended, right? It ranged from, dude, you're crazy, to, yo, this is eye-opening. Just kind of screenshotting those numbers. Now, if you haven't joined the community yet, you should consider an open invite. We've got a free educational Discord server where we chat about all these things, right? We share the news, the strategies, and just meme about, when markets are being boring, right? It's honestly at least one of my favorite places to kind of hang out online. And you'll definitely catch me there talking about whatever new rabbit hole I'm going to be falling into next. So at the end of the day, what this whole thing kind of thought experiment really kind of reinforces is that you need to keep your expectations realistic, but your curiosity kind of boundless. And it's totally fine to imagine XRP or any investment going to the moon, right? That's part of what makes this space so exciting. Just don't bank your life savings on the imagination, right? Use it as motivation to learn why these assets are valuable and how the financial world actually works, such as, liquidity versus market cap. Maybe I'll have to do a video on that. Anyway, I learned more about market caps over the last few years, global assets, and even, got a better sense of how kind of massive the likes of Apple and gold really are, just by chasing simple questions. And hey, if XRP does somehow claw its way up this ladder, even partway, that's history in the making, and we'll have quite the story to tell about it. I'm going to be here for a lot of it, right? Calculator in one hand and popcorn in the other, watching it all unfold. So for now, you can subscribe for more crypto adventures, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
EVE Online is a vast universe, alive with the unrelenting activity and combined history of its players. Pursuing lives of adventure, warfare, and prosperity, they share this existence in the biggest single shard, free-to-play MMO of all time. Set 21,000 years in the future, EVE takes place in a distant cluster of over 7,000 star systems known as New Eden. It is a rich and diverse universe featuring densely populated havens of relative safety, governed by 4 great empires. Hostile systems where player alliances make the rules. Even regions of anomalous and unexplored space that hold their own secrets. You play as a capsuleer, a revered breed of highly trained pilot, having achieved immortality through the use of cloning technology. You navigate the universe encased in an armored capsule deep within your ship, where you have complete neural control and function as one. There are hundreds of ships to fly in EVE. Everything from small, nimble craft and versatile mid-range vessels to formidable warships and colossal freighters. Each has advantages and suited roles, but all are completely customizable as you decide how to equip and arm them. What you do in New Eden is entirely up to you. EVE's immense sandbox gives you the opportunity to choose between multiple professions and activities. The key to this unique customization of your playstyle is skill training. This is a passive process, and it continues whether you are in or out of game. As a new player, you can focus on one specific area in order to quickly reach the same level of specialization as a veteran. So be adventurous and explore new avenues of development for your character, as you can always change role and reinvent yourself if desired. If you want to fight, combat in EVE can involve solo missions against non-player adversaries, or small group skirmishes, while for some, it can even be the thrill of fleeting up with thousands of fellow pilots and battling over disputed territory. If you want to explore, then the discovery of uncharted space and ancient regions that promise riches, danger, and adventure await you. You can also engage in the business of prosperity, be it industry, mining, or even interstellar piracy. The beauty of life in New Eden is that all of these activities, and many more, can be done alone or with others. A unique in-game market, unprecedented in scale and degree of player control, is the beating heart of New Eden. Players are responsible for the manufacture of almost everything you can buy or sell. The gathering and refinement of resources, the building of ships, equipment, and even some space stations. EVE's players are core to how the universe is filled and how the economy thrives. Players in EVE can band together to form corporations where they can enrich their experience, learn new elements of gameplay, and share their wealth and goals. When these player-run corporations grow to become larger entities, they can merge with other corps to form alliances. Powerful alliances regularly compete for control and influence over large areas of space, waging wars and engaging in record-breaking battles. Even taking down well-defended, sprawling, player-built space stations. In the spirit of exploration and mystery, new content and experiences are constantly introduced into the universe, with over a decade of free expansions leading to continual development and evolution of gameplay. While every action and decision has consequences for the universe and its hundreds of thousands of players, the game remains very much about your unique adventure and story. A story that will forever be woven into the fabric of EVE.
What is going on, everybody? I cannot believe it is over. We're going to wait until some people get in here. Go ahead and smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and smash that like button. what's truly monumental about this is if you watch my video 2 hours ago, I told you we were expected for a major move. Now I'll go over what happens next, right? The XRP price might come back down and retrace, but there is a bigger macro perspective that every single of us need to understand. And that is now the floodgates are open. Now they could get very serious about the next moves that they make, and especially the announcements that they can now announce, because Ripple has been working with some big players, and those big players are not going to come out and make announcements, or they don't want Ripple to make announcements of their collaborative efforts or what they have been working on for the past decade or not. Okay. But now we finally have that they can make announcements without getting bad media press, right? You know, like for example, if Ripple and JP Morgan made an announcement while the case was going on, the press release that you would get, you know,
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone with an idea and a drive to bring it to life. Describe what you want and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new world of creation, where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality right now.
Do you want to know where to invest $1,000 right now? Well, forget about AI, quantum computing, electric vehicles, cryptocurrencies, or robotics. A little-known technology is projected to become roughly 10 times bigger than all of these technologies combined. The World Economic Forum says that it's arguably the most exciting human discovery since fire. And billionaire entrepreneur Vinod Khosla, an early investor in Amazon, Google, and OpenAI, says you can make 1,000 times your money by investing in this phenomenon. But if you want to claim a stake in this revolution, you have to act fast. We're about to cross what Barron's calls an impending tipping point. Blink, and you'll miss the boat entirely. So do you want to know how to get started with this technology? Stick around for the next 60 seconds, and I'll show you how. Hi, my name is Whitney Tilson. I'm a former hedge fund manager. I've been featured in virtually every single major financial publication and TV show. And I even starred in a 60 Minutes story that won an Emmy for investigative journalism. How did I accomplish all this? I'll tell you this. I don't come from money. In fact, my parents were teachers who met in the Peace Corps. The secret to my success is that I have a knack for finding explosive investments in massively disruptive technologies. I bought Amazon in 1999. I bought Apple in 2000. And I bought Netflix in 2012. Investments like that helped me grow my hedge fund from $1 million to $200 million and nearly triple my clients' money. But since then, I've walked away from the business of helping the rich get richer. Now I'm showing everyday people how they can build generational wealth by investing in disruptive technologies. The technology that just landed on my radar might be the most disruptive and lucrative one I've ever seen. One market insider predicted that it could be even more important than the Industrial Revolution. And I want to give you, free of charge, the name and ticker symbol of the company at the center of this disruption. You don't have to give me your email address, your credit card, or anything like that. Just click the button on your screen to access this free pick. This stock is a backdoor into one of the most exciting stories in stock market history, a story in which everyday investors have been effectively barred from participating. Meanwhile, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and countless other Silicon Valley elites have been plowing vast sums of money into this technology. Now, it's your turn. Did you know that this year, nearly half of all millionaires are expected to come into their wealth by investing in tech? Mark my words, they're not doing that by buying stocks like Nvidia, Tesla, and Microsoft. They're becoming millionaires by spotting disruptions and buying the obscure stocks that are best positioned to profit from these disruptions. Our research indicates that you could make massive gains with this free recommendation. Plus, I'll share with you my new video that lays out this opportunity and how you can leverage it to change your financial future. You'll definitely want to make sure you watch that entire video. So with that said, click the button on the screen now, and I'll give you the name and ticker symbol of the company at the center of this technological sea change. I'll also send you my video explaining what this technology means for you, your community, and your financial situation.
Big bank working with XRP, Ripple. Again, unwanted noise. But now we are seeing the XRP price right now, the 1 hour chart. I mean, the news broke out hours. I do apologize, not hours ago. The news broke out 21 minutes ago. Okay, so the parties have filed a joint dismissal of the appeals. The case is over. I mean, what a monumental time. XRP's at 322. Let's go over some of the trades. I gave you guys the warning. I gave every single one of you guys the warning. Prepare for what is coming. So let's take a look. We opened these 3 trades. I just opened right now. Sui, Axelar, Ondo, very, very high, risky. We have the Sol trade, but we have the XRP trade up almost 100% now at $4,000 in profit. But we're going to keep this. In my opinion, now we are going to see major announcements roll out in the next coming weeks. And, you know, Q3, Q4, oh my goodness. I mean, August 7th already. November is around the corner. And November, in my opinion, is going to be a very, very bullish month. And then December, even more bullish. And here's the thing. I see somebody commenting, source, look at the price compared to the other ones, obviously. But again, I'm not going to come out here and make a video if it wasn't the real deal. But the source is our one and only Mr. James K. Fillon. Okay, SC versus Ripple case breaking. The parties have filed a joint dismissal of the appeals. The case is over. And he's been documenting this journey forever. Okay, I mean, since the inception of this. So XRP right now is trading at $3.22. Absolutely stunner. Now we are just keep going up. Again, remember, you guys ready for the good old famous line? Let's see what Asia's going to do when they wake up. Probably nothing. But again, I'm going to get over to the chat in a moment. But ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? There's 800 people and there's 150 likes. Just please make that thing turn a different color, okay? It's completely free. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because this is just the beginning of the documentation of the biggest wealth transfer in human history, while 99% of the world population is still sleeping. Yeah, this is great news. What's happened is the Ripple versus SEC case is over. If you're just joining us, the Ripple versus SEC case is officially over. It is officially over. Yes, you heard that right. Let's go ahead and make things a little bit more intense, and let's get over to the 1 minute candle. Let's get our palms sweaty, and let's eat mom's spaghetti tonight, folks. Let's take a look. I'm expecting another big candle here. It is supporting very nice. I wonder what is going on behind the scenes. And, you know, I wonder what Brad Garlinghouse is doing right now. Ooh, you know what today is? You know what? Are we going to have a drink today? I don't like drinking, but are we going to have a drink today? Let me know. Let me know. Absolutely, Power. Thank you so much for the support and watching. Are we going to have a drink today? If you guys all say yes, I guess we'll do it. But again, nothing crazy, just like one drink or something. But if you guys want to have a drink tonight, not together, do it on your alone time. But just remember that if you guys are sipping, I'll probably sip something a little bit, you know, something small, nothing crazy. But if you guys are joining us, Ripple versus SEC case is officially over. And now we are watching the 1 minute chart for XRP. if we go to the 3-minute chart, nothing but green. So you know what that means. We have the green haze alert on for XRP. That means put on your glasses, put on your ski masks, because it's about to get a lot of green here. I wonder what you know what the best part is? The case is done, and my heart kind of dropped just thinking about this, but I wonder what those maxis are thinking, you know? I really want to know, because listen, the next now we're going to see the floodgates open. Now things are going to get serious. Now legislation is going to move faster. Now the closed door deals that haven't been announced yet are going to get announced, because they're going to be publicly okay with Ripple and making their announcements. But let's take a look. We're going to go over the trades here. Again, generational bottoms. Can XRP come do a little bit of retracement? They're known for that. But if you watched my episode today, you very well know that this is a structural game for XRP and the growth for XRP. If you understand that, you got nothing to worry about. But the only thing that you should kind of worry about, like I said, and this is the only reason why I say this, because I've been saying this to myself since 2017, and I failed many, many times, and I'm not going to miss out this bull run. And that is to catch a long at these generational bottoms. If you guys saw Crypto, he still has his trade open from 2022. I believe Carl from the Moon still has his Bitcoin trade open from $17,000 per Bitcoin. Okay. So I'm trying to lock in a generational trade here for XRP, because XRP, once it, passes $4, $5, $6, listen, folks, this thing is not going to be a volatile asset. It is going to be utilized within the regulated industry. And the last thing they want is a volatility coin that they're going to be using in-house, right? So trust me, it's things, just trust me. I've told you guys since day one, the inception of the channel, you guys are in good hands. We're going to give you the facts, nothing but the facts, but it's going to take a long time. But it's an educational run here. We all went to university, crypto university. So let's see where things goes. There's over 1,000 people, 386 likes. Can we smash 500 likes? Because XRP is mooning. The faster we get these likes up, my opinion, I feel like the faster these markets are going to go up. So let's see. Let's see if we could jump to 500. Yes, it is over. If you're just joining us, it is over. I'm not going to be coming out here and hyping things up. Ripple versus SC case, over. Source, James K. Fillon, a very reputable individual in this XRP ecosystem that has been documenting everything within the case within SEC versus Ripple. I don't know how many times I said within at the time, but I'm just trying to have zero dead sound in this video. So XRP is, wow, we're now at 323. We are now at 323. XRP is pumping. What a time to be alive, right? I told you guys in today's video, if you watched it, that we are expecting a major move. I mean, the writing was on the wall. The writing was on the wall. And take advantage of the deposit bonus, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys are interested for 2-bit, the link is in the description down below. If you deposit, we'll bring it over right here. If you deposit $3,000, you get a $600 futures bonus that you could be utilizing and practicing on 2-bit. The link is in the description down below. But like I said, I want a trade that is open for the next year when XRP does the major run up. Let me know if you guys have any trades open. If you guys are in the green, let me know. Yeah, don't blink. 324. I picked my nose and this thing went to 324. I'm not even kidding. I was picking my nose for 2 seconds there. But let's go. We made it. Thank you for your videos. Let's go, Louise. Now, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me? The SEC is trying to shut down my servers. Give me 1 second. This is absolutely insane. I just lost 200 viewers because the SEC is trying to shut down my servers. I blinked and now XRP's at $3.26. Do you think, I think what the problem was, and I think it needs to happen again. I think I need to disconnect one more time. So XRP goes to $3.30. But I have no idea what's going on. Again, I got a lot of tabs open right now. And my computer just cannot handle it. It cannot handle it. So let's take a look. Now we have everybody coming back in. Can we get 1,000 likes? That would be epic. Come on. The Ripple versus SC case is over. I know we could get 1,000 likes. If you're joining us, I got to repeat myself. Sorry for the individuals that keep having hearing this. But yes, the case is over. Ripple versus SEC coming from a reputable source. The source is not Trust Me Bro this time, but indeed it is the one and only notable James K. Fillon. And now it is at $3.26. My goodness, can somebody slow this thing down? Because James from Idaho is trying to accumulate and he's waiting for the next paycheck. And that is what I've been trying to say when I say people are priced out. The accumulation phase is coming down to an end, hour by hour, day by day. And unfortunately, some people, 10,000 XRP will be a dream, right? So any news from Ripple? No. You think Ripple's going to be tweeting? Ripple, they're injecting, they're snorting, they're drinking, they're blowing O's, and they're having fun. But no, all jokes aside, that's definitely not going on, but they're definitely having fun. 627 likes. Can we please get, in my opinion, if we get 1,000 likes, I think we're hitting $3.30 this stream. Let's do it. Let's do it. $3.30 XRP at 1,000 likes. At 1,000 likes. I'll go over the trades in the meantime. Keep you guys a little entertained. We have our SUI trade up $12. We have our Axlar trade up $30. We have our trade Ondo up $84. But I just opened these. Solana trade open, Ethereum trade open. We took a little bit of profit, but the XRP trade is going absolutely ballistic. We might even take out a town in Israel. It is, I don't even know how far this is going to go, but XRP is mooning. We're at $3, $3.28. We're at 609. It's listening. XRP has ears, folks. Go ahead and smash that like button. It's at 328. If we get 1,000 likes, we hit 330. Come on. 1,000 likes, we hit 330. If we do that, that's insane. I'll give away $100. And what I'll do is I'll come back to this video and I'll go over the live chat. But if we do it, oh my God, folks, go, hit 1,000 likes. You guys are absolutely insane. Go, let's go. Please sign into your account and hit 1,000 likes. We're about to hit $3.30. Come on. Do you guys want to see 330 or not? It's literally in your, you guys are, I should end the stream. You guys are absolutely insane. You guys are talking about, oh, let's see a $4 XRP and we can't even get to 1,000 likes to break through $3.30. Absolutely insane. But again, let's see who's selling. Oh, who's selling? Oh, I'm going to buy back in when it comes down to $2.50. Let me take the profit. Yeah. Okay, you do that, buddy. You do that. In my opinion, some people do that. That's great. Go for it. But right now, what are you even doing at ground zero? You should only be accumulating. If you want to do any kind of moves, that's where trading comes in, right? So the link is in the description down below. This is 2Bit, and we're also utilizing BitUdex. We have multiple trades open. Let me bring that over. Actually, let's see how our 2Bit trade is going, because that thing is probably exploding right now. Let's take a look. Give me one moment. So right here, take advantage of this. I'll take a screenshot and I'll post it in the corner here. But let's go ahead and take a look at our derivatives trades here on 2Bit. I haven't even checked this out yet, so give me 1 second. Everything is really, really slow right now, so pardon me. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's make it, no way. Yeah, add Casa. It's fine. We could say, I love you and stuff. That's totally fine here. XRP trade is, listen, I put 100X, but when I say I don't do charting, I've watched this whole thing since 2017. I know when these markets are going to make moves, but we have 100X up $2,000, 2,000%. We have our, let's take a look here. XRP's at 3. Oof, that's a big sell. Who sold? Somebody sold, and literally the price moved like 9 cents. So COB stream open. That's why the sell. That's insane. The XRP trade that we have open right now is up 110%. But let's see how that goes. Wow, where have I been this whole time? Yeah. So if you guys are just joining us, Ripple versus SC case is over, and we are so close to 1,000 likes. James K. Fillon, a reputable individual within the ecosystem, announced it approximately less than 40 minutes ago. The case is done. The case is done. Let's go through my feed on Twitter here. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, it's all XRP, Ripple case, SEC, Ripple, case closed, breaking, SEC up. This is exactly what I was looking for. And boom, I'm telling you, this is about to happen. Okay. This is going to be it's going to be huge. And the sad part is it's going to be bigger than 99% of you guys watching. So prepare for this move. Prepare for this move. I just don't know how the markets are going to react when they, when these big institutions make their announcements about like Ripple and usage of these external third-party blockchain systems. It's going to be a monumental moment. And if you guys watched my video yesterday, I mean, the writing's on the wall. And if you watched my video today, you guys probably had one of the best opportunities. It was $3.04. If you watch my video today, I was telling you guys at $3.04 that there was a monumental move coming. And wow, I actually can't believe it. It was $3.04. What a huge move. I mean, you can't make that up. The smart ones will analyze and listen. And I mean that when I say that. Many of you guys actually have done your own due diligence when I make videos like this about trading, analyzed, review it, listen to it, look at, and that's the way I learned. Okay. So whoever's coming into this ecosystem, like I learned from Carl from the Moon and MM Crypto. I'll always say that. I'll never hide where I learned my things from. And I learned a lot from them when it came to trading. I literally just not copied, but I followed them for so many years. I knew exactly their textbook plays, right? And right now, my goal this year is to catch along. And listen, XRP right now is recovering really, really, really well. Like really, really well. I'm very, very proud of this. But again, we might still hit a $3.30 XRP if we hit 1,000 likes. We're very close. But let's zoom out. Let's zoom out because I'm over here on the 5-minute chart making a mess. But let me move out to the 4-hour. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, listen. At this point, once the Asians wake up, 355, we got to test this bad boy. Again, wait. Getting in right now on a long is going to be a little bit risky, right? But it's, I think there's a lot of potential right now, given the market state. Everything's XRP Ripple now. Remember, I got to get that folder out and look at all the tweets about how Ripple was going to lose this case, how XRP was a security. I really don't even know how to like put this into like words because I can't be nice about it. But like the people that actually said like XRP was a security, remember that fat piece of crap that wore that shirt that said XRP is a security and had like a smile on his face? That little girthy mutt. But anybody, even if you guys are watching, if I lose some of the viewers, that's fine. But even if you're watching and you are one of those people that thought that XRP was going to lose, that thought Ripple was in the wrong, you're an absolute moron. Like it's crazy to me. And I could politely say that because it's the truth. It is absolutely the truth. The people that actually thought that Ripple and XRP was going to like lose this, or they actually were doing illegal stuff. It's crazy, right? Like, remember what I say, time will settle everything. And I mean, that's probably our best textbook play that we could be taking everywhere we go. Just like, don't waste your time and energy. This is a 1-hour candle. XRP moved approximately 24 cents. Let's take a look. It's a trap. Hey, listen, I might take a little bit of profit right now. And listen, if XRP comes back down, let it be. We're educated on the tokenomics of XRP. So regardless of what happens here, whatever. But right now, I'll tell you some. Things are gonna start accelerating really quick, very, very quick. Things are gonna start accelerating. And what I mean by that is announcements, bigger institutions, and wow. Sorry, sometimes I kind of like think, and then I just think about how big this market is going to get, like going into the next coming months. I can't even imagine it, right? It's like my brain is trying to like process like trillions of dollars coming in and how this market would be and how everybody would react. And like, I literally cannot imagine it because our little brains never witnessed anything like this, right? So none of you guys witnessed, again, it's just like telling people when Bitcoin was at 85 cents that it's going to go to, $100,000. No human could have magically thought about that unless they were visionaries and they understood the tokenomics of Bitcoin, right? It's the same thing for XRP. It is the same textbook play for XRP. So let's take a look. ETFs. Oh yeah, now we have the ETFs. And think about it. The ETFs were being all done and, both tied up together when the case was still going on. Now, when I see, I can't stress this enough, but like things are going to really start accelerating. I think I'm going to take a little bit of a profit here. Let's take a look. Maybe not. Maybe should I take profit? Should we take profit from our trade? Again, I want to hold this thing forever. Yes, it is over. It is over. I have 2 other trades open right now. I could take profits from this, but I logically said if there's no objective, I'm going to keep it open. I don't need the money. I want to keep it. I want to keep it open until, like, for example, if this bad boy goes to, let's say we're going to do limits, last price. Let's say if I could hold this bad boy until $8.24. Here, let's be conservative. Let's just do 5. Let's do 565. The good old days, the good old 12-inch subs when they were, no inflation. 565. And let's say I close 50%. No, let's say 100% of my position at $5.65. I'm going to be walking out of here with $30,000, almost 800% in ROI, and the margin currently right now is $3,700. But let's take a look. I'm going to keep this open. Because, like I said, like us going to $4 this year, 100%. Even if I want to, for example, close this when it goes to $4, then I'm going to go ahead and walk out with $12,000. But again, like this is infinite. This is like 10 in my opinion. I want to keep it for longer. But let's see what's happening. XRP is still going out here. Let's take a look. If you guys are joining us, the title is not clickbait. Ripple versus SEC case is officially over. The one, oh my goodness, why is stuff here? Let's go back to amazing. Let's take a look. Let's go back to the 15-minute chart. Let's see what's going to happen in the short term. These Asians never do anything though, but let's take a look. This is a very important candle. I'm going to sit here for 15 more minutes and then we're going to wrap it up. Or I'm going to sit here until this candle closes. So we got 14 minutes. And in my opinion, if we're bullish in the next 15 minutes, we should attempt to breach $3.29 again. And tonight, yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look. I got to charge my my computer here. Give me one moment. Let me grab the charger. Let's take a look. If this is real, in the next 15 minutes, we are going to know. We are going to know if this is real. This is very important. If you guys watch my video today, congratulations. If you actually took my insight, took it as not hype, and actually listened carefully to what I have been saying over the time and took advantage with a nice little position. We made a video today when XRP was at $3.04. telling you guys that a big move was coming. So congratulations to any of you guys that actually, studied or has been studying the trades, because it is probably rewarding you very handsomely right now. So let's take a look. Take advantage of the link for 2-bit for the deposit bonus. Link in the description down below. $3,000 bonus. You could have a $3,000 deposit. You get a $600 bonus that you could utilize to practice your trading. Okay. So we got that open over here, but I just want to kind of bring this back. Where was it? Yeah, absolutely remarkable. Remarkable. Right here. Today's video, 2 hours ago, $3.05. Even if you got in at $3.08 with a leverage, even like a 10x, wow, what a monumental move. What an absolutely monster of a move. Let's go. We got 1K likes, and now XRP needs to hold up its end of the deal. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of like not looking too good right now. But we got 15 minutes, so let's see. Let's see. If here's the thing, 2 bullish scenarios. In the next 15 minutes, if we could remain above here, we're good. We're good. That's all I'm going to say. Just to know if this is like real, like there's real participants behind this, real VCs, real traders, real market movers behind this. And again, maybe we'll see a bank just hit the, buy. Maybe they'll just start buying now. Like, again, it's only been an hour since this came out. Oh, no, link is pumping. I was actually going to open a trade. I'm absolutely disheartened. I'm so annoyed. Oh, my goodness. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Chainlink. I was looking at Chainlink. It was at $18.61. And I was telling myself, open a trade. And then I had the little devil in my head saying, oh, you're going to lose all your money. But no, all jokes aside, I just forgot to open it up. But why is it not showing up here? There we go. Okay, where's link? I think I'm about to disconnect. My computers are like, it's so loud. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but it's not sounding too good. Oh, where's my trade open here? Where's my trade? For anybody that's joining us right now, the Ripple versus SC case is over. And if you've been in this stream since the inception of the start time, how many times have you guys heard me say that? So I'm going to stick around for the next 10 minutes. We're waiting until this 15-minute candle closes. This, in my opinion, is going to tell me that we are bullish in the short term. Like I'm talking short term, just like the next, 1 hour, just to see where we're going to close off. I want to see us at least peek through $3.30 or just remain right here. Just remain right here. Put your hands up and just remain right here. Just if XRP could just chill around here, we are good. We are good. Wait, who's hating out here? Listen, whoever is leaving any kind of hate comment, like they're completely miserable individuals. So it doesn't even matter at this point. So it's good for them. They're rallied up, rowdied up or whatever the word. They're leaving those comments. So it is what it is. Take a look at link. Give me 1 second. Why you gotta rub it in my face like that? Saying take a look at. I honestly don't even want. If it's like over $19, I am going to not be a happy camper. It's not. It's at 1830. Let's take a look. Bullish on the 15-minute. We might see another potential peak. I'm going to take a gamble on this. Just because we're going to see left, right, and center. You're going to see these bad boys start jumping. But again, this is going to be a really short, quick trade. I'm not trying to top blast, but I'm also not trying to miss out. Because once you get a move like this, it's not potentially. Majority of the times, it is followed up with another big move, especially when there's a catalyst in the market. And today's Thursday, Friday, there's still a working business day. And the fact that Ripple came out with their announcement today about, buying Rail and then the Ripple versus SC case. Also keep in mind, like Ripple knows when this case is already done. So Ripple probably knew a couple days ago. but they just made the official announcement today from Washington. So let's take a look. Swift. XRP is not looking good right now. We got to hold it, but it's really fighting, as you guys could see, right? It's really trying to hold this level. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. Absolutely insane. $10 this month would be insane. But again, I'm surprised it didn't move a lot faster than this. But there is still another catalyst. Hello, Australia. Hello, Australia. I don't know if does the screen look laggy on my end? It's all blurry. Like it shows me that you guys see my screen as all blurry. Yes, the case is over, Matt. The case is over. It's officially over. The source is not Trust Me, Bro. It is a legitimate source by James K. Fillon. Thanks, Jason. Much love. The case is over. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I could believe it. It was bound to happen, It was bound to happen. Okay, screen is good. Okay, sounds good. It's a court filing dog, actually. It's over. Big Booty Judy, what are you trying to say? It's a court filing doc, actually. Are you trying to say it's not over? I'm buying like crazy. Just got my Canadian pesos. Canadian pesos. Oh, that's why the price is going up. Perfect. Are we going to wait for a pullback? I don't know. I think this was the pullback right here. An 8-cent move. Think about it. Look at that. From 329 to 321. That's an 8-cent move in a matter of 5 minutes. In a matter of 5 minutes, folks. And I think we're going to see another attempt at $3.30. Let's see. Oi. Let's go. 5 years staking and waiting. Patience will pay off. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. What's going on with Chainlink? Ay, caramba. Fuck. Okay. This is nothing crazy. I'm not going to use a lot of margin. I'm trying to do just like I'm going into this one. I think I'm going to lose it all, but I just want to try to catch it if it does pump. 283 margin, 45 leverage. I'm going to go in with market. That is open. We're up 54 cents. So let's see. I'll keep you guys updated on that trade. Let's take a look back. Oh, XRP is going again. It is going again. Isn't it crazy? And I know many of you guys have watched my trade on my my labs when I do trading. Every time we say we got to do this, we got to do that, it always happens. It's because it's a level of experience that just money can't really buy. I'm being serious. You got to be watching the market. You got to be in this market for a very long time to really understand how these markets move. And come on, we got this rally is saying 330. I'm coming for you. So let's see. Whoa, what's happening with XLM? What's happening with XLM? Let's go back over here. The link trade that we just opened, it is currently up 2%, but let's take a look at XLM. Whenever somebody comments, whoa, and then another coin, you guys get me hyped up. XLM up 9%, 41. Okay, it's cool, but it's not like wow, but it's good. It's good. It's very good. Remember all the shade I got years ago when I said XRP is way better than XLM in terms of everything, and at the same time, XRP and XLM were like the same price, and I said it makes no sense to buy both of them. But if you want, go for it. But my view since day one was they're both going to perform well, but I would not hold both of them. Let's go back to XRP. Yep. Wow, I can't believe it. Come on, baby. Don't embarrass me in front of all my good old folks. Let's go. Yeah, so this is 2-bit and Bidunex. Take advantage of the deposit bonus for 2-bit. If you deposit $3,000, you get a $600 futures bonus. The Chainlink trade is up 4%. I'll keep this open. It's do or die for this one for me, but I think the market is going to follow with this news. So let's just see. Like I said, I'm going to wrap this up in the next coming minutes. But if you want to, go with like a little bit of a number in your head of what we should be looking out for, is XRP holding 324. And just holding that. Anything over that, I'm bullish. Okay, I'm bullish. ETF approvals. Let's go. Thank you so much, Sterga, for the $6.99. Let's go. Maybe I'll get myself a nice little strawberry blast with that. Let's take I don't know if you meant to say there's ETF approvals now for XRP that was just announced, maybe, but I'm gonna go check Twitter quickly here. I have a headache. I gotta drink some water. I've been talking nonstop. Come on, XRP. We got 3 minutes. I'm gonna start wrapping up this stream. Appreciate every single one of you guys that joined. We are about to see a major move. You heard me say that in today's video when XRP was at $3.05 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago, we gave you the warning. It looked so bullish, right? And when you look at the 4-hour candle, when you have those buys, right, those hammerheads, upward pressure, that's bullish. That's saying I'm going to try to break out. And it broke out with the news. It broke out with, again, let's see. I kind of want to just kind of stay on the stream until we go to $3.30 because I know it's going to do it. And I don't want to be, watching it by myself. But let's see. Much love, Paul. Much love. Sending love back. Sending gay love back. Let's see. Come on. Give me that 330. Give me that 330. Yes, it's really over, DJ. It is really over. It is really over. I mean, if you want us to get sued again, go for it. Now it's like we don't really have something to get excited about, eh? Come on. I don't like that last candle on the 5-minute, but I do actually. That's kind of sexy. Sorry. Honestly, when I do buy trades, I like talk to myself a lot, so. Yeah, if you guys aren't in that SLT Telegram chat, folks, join. I put the link in the description. It's not there at the moment, so give me a moment. I gotta find it. XRP Ledger memes, folks. Don't sleep on them. Do not sleep on them. Yeah, we're gonna see 330 tonight. If we don't, I'm so sorry, but I would be shocked. I would be shocked. Just because this already liquidated whatever the heck they wanted to liquidate. This 9-cent dramatic pullback, all the people that came in with high leverage, and trust me, there's a lot that do stupid stuff. One, including me, one of them. But again, everybody has to have their risk diversified. So let's take a look. On the trade is up. We opened this again when the live was open. Just moments before the live opened, it was up like $2. Where is that Ethereum trade? How's Ethereum doing? Ethereum, keep an eye out for Ethereum, folks. Okay, let me tell you one thing right now. The market indicator and what I'm kind of going based off of right now is Ethereum. Right now, Ethereum is coiling up to pierce through $4,000. Do whatever you want to do with that information. But once Ethereum, listen, Ethereum is going to try to do this 4,000 one more time. And I'm very eager to see how that plays out. Oh, yeah. No freaking way this thing is going to not break out. Okay, and I'm going to tell you my reasons why, and then you let me know if I'm right or wrong. This is the 1 daily chart. Okay, this chart is the 1 daily. Over here, there wasn't enough. What the hell is this magic wand? I don't want this thing. Where's my pencil? There we go. This, like right here, not enough volume, not enough, buying pressure. But over here, it's coming in girthy to pierce through 4. I see it. There's no way this thing came all the way this far with that much volume, and it's not going to attempt $4,000. Okay, proceed with caution. But in my opinion, even when we go to the weekly, let's go to the weekly. Let's zoom out. Let's get the macro. Another attempt. Man, if this fails, that would be shocking. But it's going to try. It's going to try. It is going to try, in my opinion. So let's take a look. Over here, it didn't hold up good. This is what, December 2024. We're August 7th. The last time Ethereum hung around these levels was December of last year. Wow, folks. And now it is back in the spot, chopping it up. And let's see if they close it. Let's say if they burst through it. So like I said, it's big. And in my opinion, if it pierces through, it's going to pierce through with a lot of volume. So let's see. Let's see it. Yes, the case is over, Brandon Dublin. The case is over. Excuse me. What's going on with XRP? It's been no one said anything yet. Let's see. 327. 327. Wait, what is this? Is this XRP? Why does it look like this? Oh, this is the 1 weekly. Okay, I want my perfect back. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes. That sounded so wrong. No, we have to go through 330 hard. Let's go back to the 15. Why am I only seeing green candles? Where's the one that I just had red? It's only printing. There we go. The 5-minute chart. Okay, folks, we're going to wrap this up. I apologize. Yes, Black Hawk 99. We talked about that in today's episode. We also gave you guys a warning of a $3.05 XRP potential bomb coming through. And boom, you can't make this up. Time stamped and all. Nicely wrapped up for you. Oh, let's go check our XRP, our 2-bit Chainlink trade. The Chainlink trade is up $10. So we'll keep an eye on that. Just opened up. Okay. Come on, XRP, please. I'm gonna wait. No, I'm not gonna wait. I don't like these candles. They're undecisive. So it's gonna see a big move, down or up. These are undecisive candles. I don't like that. It will drop to $3. We have Spear Roman in the house, leaving irrelevant comments saying it's going to drop to $3 tomorrow. So let's take a look. How would that play out? Am I saying he's wrong? No. Do I see it happening? I would be shocked. Has XRP done that in the past? Yes, but this time it's actually different. Okay, this time it's actually different. And we are going to see major announcements come down the line. Okay, so let's take a look. So if it comes down to $3 tomorrow, he says $3 tomorrow would be right here. So right where we started earlier today. The macro says no. And definitely the market sentiment says no, especially when Trump signed the executive order of the 401ks, $9 trillion to get passed through, right? So, I mean, I hope this thing just blasts through. And listen, even if it does go to $3, so what? That's why I always call them irrelevant commenters and thoughts, because who cares? Who cares? Unless you're trading, obviously, but you're not giving us tips here. But anyways, let's go back to the chart. Let's go back to the 5-minute chart. Like I said, $3.30. I want to see it happen on the stream. I don't want to end it because I know it's going to happen and I don't want to see it myself. So let's see. Let's take a look. Let's see. Oh no, it's going to drop $3 tomorrow, only up 530%. Yeah, absolutely. Come on, baby. Come on. Remember those undecisive candles? So the next 3 minutes, I want this candle to close exactly where it is today. Like not where it's today, but where it's at like right now. Okay. If it wants to come around here, sure. But no less. No less. I don't want to see this thing come any more lower than that. Any more lower than that. So let's take a look. Yeah, I'll wait 5 minutes. Everybody get your slingshots out. Just like Bart Simpson. We have 1,200 likes. Absolutely amazing. The Ripple versus SC case is over. Let's go take a look at Chainlink. Chainlink, the trade that we opened up live, is up 12% right now, up currently $34. Take profits if needed. But take advantage of the deposit bonus. If you deposit $1,000, you get a $200 deposit bonus for 2-bit. And if you deposit $3,000, you get a $600 deposit bonus that you could be utilizing for your trades and testing it out. And XRP right now is going to attempt to do another move. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let me put the XRP trade open here, because we do have that trade as well on 2-bit. If you guys are just joining us, yes, Ripple versus SC case is over. We are trying to catch generational bottoms that we may never have to close for another year. Okay. XRP is about to see a slingshot moment, and it's going to see another, well, it's not going to see this moment, like 250 under $3. Once XRP blasts through $4 and upwards, it's going to gradually just start going up. And then once utility comes on chain, it's only going to get higher. So the link is in the description down below for 2-bit and BitUnex. I use both. Take advantage of both their deposit bonuses. You cannot go wrong. Come on, XRP. We are going to end this as soon as we blast off $3.30. Okay. As soon as we blast off $3.30, we are going to end this off. Let's take a look. Give me 1 second. Oh, I apologize for the dead air there. I hate that. I do not like leaving dead air. But give me 1 second. Yes, there we go. Come on, XRP. $3.30. $3.30. Give it to us. Give it to us. Please. There we go. That's much better. Now that's more friendly. But come on, $3.30 so we could all celebrate. 330 on live. Come on. Give me. So the new 5-minute candle started here. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, we're going to hit 330. Absolutely. Maximum 30 minutes, maximum. But I don't think it'll take longer than that. So, folks, we're going to start wrapping this up very shortly. So I appreciate every single one of you guys that joined us today, that, celebrated this monumental time together. Thank you for spending your last hour with me. But let's see. Let's see how this goes. Where is my... Come on, XRP. Come on. Hit 330. I'm out. Hit 330 and I'm out. Hit 330 and we are out. The Ripple versus SEC case is over. The next catalyst is going to blow your mind, folks. It is going to do wonders. All right. Peace out, hippie. Peace out. Have a great one. Absolutely crush it. My short got liquidated. Why was short? Did you actually short? Why would you ever short a market at these times? That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I don't think my thing is showing. That's crazy. Why is it not showing? I'm trying to pop up a picture here, but it's not showing. Solana trade is up. Ondo trade up. We opened on live, up 50%. Sui trade up 5%. Axelar, we opened this. Me and Axelar. Oh my, I hate this thing. This thing made me lots of money and lost me lots of money. But you remember that monumental move for Axelar? That was so insane. Okay, this is back up 110%. And we're about to see $3.30. Come on. Come on. How's our chain link doing? Excellent. Okay, folks. I'm going to wrap this up. Again, I don't know how many times I said this, but I just want to see this thing hit 330 because like I know it's going to do it, and I want to see how it does when it breaks it, because it's going to come in with large volume. Like I don't want it to dip below three. It'll probably dip a little bit more below 330 after it goes up, but let's see. Let's see how this plays out. From the nose, we found the signal. Brad knew just what to do. Pump XRP to the moon. It's so funny, you know, that you have billionaires and multi-trillion-dollar companies that legitimately pump Bitcoin, and then people don't understand that utility is going to drive the value for XRP. It's not going to take, you know, speculators to pump it. We already pumped XRP, right? We already did what we had to do. We retail capped the markets at like $2 trillion probably. And then the VCs, institutions, the monopoly players came in, got us to 3 trillion, 3.5 trillion. But like institution, like retail, that's pretty cool if you think about it, right? Like the first $1 trillion was probably all just like retail accumulating. Think about that, right? So remember what we always say, first time in human history where humans had the opportunity to get into an asset class before institutions did at ground zero, because it's numbers, right? You start at zero and then you start growing. 0, 10 million, 20 million. Like when I was in this ecosystem, the lowest I saw it was at $81 billion. $81 billion is when I was buying at these prices. The whole ecosystem was at 81 billion. And now Tether alone is like 141 billion. So witnessed a lot of bad things and good things. I can't believe I was a part of BitConnect, but not a lot of money, probably like $300. But that was even BitConnect coin. BitConnect coin was like $500, $600 at peaks. It was crazy, crazy times. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope everybody has a wonderful Thursday evening. I'm going to clock out. But remember these two levels that I just drew with my ruler, right? Again, I don't do TA. I've been in this market long enough to know when I enter a trade and when I kind of leave a trade. So TA is cool. It works. I'm not against it, but everybody trades differently. So if we could maintain here, like, or it might just cap right here. Let's see. XRP might try to come out here again a little bit. If it doesn't come with enough momentum, it's going to come back down. But let's see. Still very early, guys. The Ripple versus SC case is over, and it was announced, give or take, less than an hour and 30 minutes ago. Legitimately, this Ripple case is just new, an hour and 30 minutes ago. So I hope everybody enjoyed this live episode. Monumental, literally history in history. Today was history. So everybody was a part of history today. So I appreciate every single one of you guys, and we're going to wrap
A boat carrying illegal immigrants just landed on the wrong beach. And there's all these people here on vacation. Look at this. This is crazy. That's a big boat. But look what happens. The locals took things into their own hand to enforce their own border. And there's one cop. Everyone's yelling at the cop, do something. Cop has no idea what to do. Okay, now they're arresting this guy who just jumped off that boat. That's crazy. The people at this beach, they were just not in the mood for any illegal immigration today. This is a beach in Spain, by the way. Look, they're throwing clothes and stuff into the water. Swimming as fast as they can. That's crazy. And apparently, it's a popular vacation destination here where this took place. I don't know if their boat meant to go here or if they were aiming for somewhere a little bit more secluded, but it didn't work out that way because right away, this guy's got taken down. But the real question is, would we be seeing any border enforcement in Europe at all if Trump hadn't been elected?
Greece has had enough of illegal migrants
Oh,
using
they
their
have.
shores as a ticket into Europe.
What
The
emboldened
small
them?
nation is defying Europe's lax policy
Why
of
would they do
accepting
that?
illegal immigrants making the dangerous voyage across the seas from the Middle East and Africa on
They
small
found
boats,
their courage to
finally
enforce their own
shutting
laws.
the door and turning them back.
Wow.
Greece has started rounding up and arresting illegal migrants. These guys who arrived in Crete from Libya were hauled onto a
Man,
bus
look how many there
straight
are.
to a detention centre.
Wow, it
The
sounds like
country
ICE.
recently declared it would suspend all asylum applications.
And you know what's not happening? Progressive protesters are not storming this operation screaming for these people who entered this country illegally to be set free. Look at that.
From North African countries and
Oh, they're
set to
coming from
work
North
as soon
Africa.
as the law was signed. Hundreds of mainly men had arrived in one day, but the Navy and buses were there ready to detain them.
Wow.
The Greek immigration minister did not mince his words when speaking to Parliament about this issue.
Look at this tweet right here. Greece just showed what leadership looks like. No loopholes, no excuses, secure the borders. That sounds a lot like what's been happening here in America. And something, once one person has the courage to do what's right, others get elected and do the same thing.
Time for the UK to wake up.
Yep, the
This
UK.
commentator agreed, saying Greece just did what every other country has the right and duty to do.
True.
Protect its people, enforce its laws, and shut the door on the globalist border scam. Brussels
It is a
can whine
scam,
all
that's
it
for
wants.
sure.
The people are done being overrun. This comes after hundreds of men arrived from northern Africa on
Wow.
boats.
Look,
But
everyone's
instead
jumping.
of being allowed to freely walk into Greek towns, they were hauled up by the Coast Guard.
That's crazy. There's like hundreds of people just showing up. So wild.
And illegals are now promptly bussed back by police.
And it's not that anyone begrudges someone a better life. It's just you have to obtain that better life in another country legally.
Unsurprisingly, the illegal migrants are not happy about the situation, yelling in protest.
Oh, there's like an uprising. Look at that. It's a tough situation, man.
And commentators from the
Oh, look
UK
at those
are
people.
envious of the new laws in Greece, with GB News host Alex Armstrong saying
Sunroof top, digging in the scene with the gangster leaning up. And we ain't coming down, see on my face that smile, see on my head that crown, I'm on top of the world, top of the town, baby.
I moved out the hood that had the church on the corner where I sit and talk shit all day cause I wanna. And on top of that, wasn't none of y'all gonna do nothing but keep running your mouth and keep frontin'. Go ahead and say something, I'll wait. I ain't gonna wait till late, 'cause in a minute I'm escape, 'cause there is no debate.